Thursday Throwdown vlog, your boy Chili, my boy AZHSFB. Follow him. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're going to check out the Mountain Point Desert Ridge game right now at Mountain Point. Coach Vaughn tweeted Ralph and said the following. I'm hoping to get some clarification on you know what that means, although I don't see a picture for Coach Vaughn.
How many points they're going to put up tonight.
All right, so Ralph seems to think that that's how many points that they're going to put up in Roman numerals. I'm hearing a lot about this other running back, not Gary Bragg. What do you know about him?
That he can kind of hide behind their line, get around them and everything like that. They got a couple of guys in the defensive backfield I think that could really surprise you. The special teams is good. They got the younger brother of John Abercrombie. We got another Abercrombie kicker. The thing I wonder about though is they've only put up 35 points total, I think, in the last 2 weeks. 2 tough contests, but what's going on with the offense?
All right, Ralph, so what are you going to get, man? There's a lot of choices here. You got that Coke Zero. You don't want carbonation, flash and fruit.
I don't want carbonation, but Barks is good because it has caffeine in it. I think it's like the only root beer with caffeine.
Okay. Why don't you just get this raspberry tea?
Because don't Google where that comes from.
We are officially out here at Mountain Point. What are your thoughts?
I've got a really good ball game for 3 quarters, and I got Mountain Point pulling away. I'm thinking low score, maybe like 22-15.
Okay. Can I get a predict win of the Yankees and Cleveland Indians game? Cleveland Indians winner of 22 straight.
Congratulations.
Can you tell me who you think is going to win that series?
Congratulations to your Yankees.
My boy BQ, the quintessential Brett Quinton and New Wade County hanging out with us tonight. Yo, who are you here to check out? Get out. Let me get up in the middle. Let me get up in the middle. Let me get up in the middle.
You should came up on that side.
Let me get up in the middle.
I'm here to check out some of my old teammates. Nick Wallerstadt's playing, Kobe's playing, so it's good to see all of them.
I feel like you can kind of relate to Nick Wallerstadt. I feel like he's one of the most slept-on quarterbacks, and I feel like you're one of the most slept-on running backs. What's your take?
I mean, Nick has dual threat. He can run, he can throw. He's one of the best athletes I've seen, and he's got a lot of experience starting as a sophomore. I think he's really good. I just think it's time for people to wake up and see how good he is.
Dang, that's the endorsement. Really that's the endorsement from one of C-Town's top running backs, Nick Wade. Hey, I'm gonna come find you sometime throughout the game. We're gonna talk more.
Awesome.
Jada, and my favorite player is Kenny Churchwell. Hi, I'm Kelsey Yowis, and my favorite player is Shamari Hayes.
Hi, I'm Haley, and my favorite player is Sky Hinojosa.
So it looks like Desert Ridge is going to come up with a field goal here late in the first quarter. Kind of what you expected, or not so much?
I expected Mountain Point to punch it in at least once by now, but I mean, it's going to be a defensive battle. They both have good defensive teams. So we'll see how it goes from here.
So while I destroy this chicken sandwich from Carl's Jr., I'm going to let Ralph tell us who the key players were on that drive by Desert Ridge.
Matthew Purnell, obviously a quarterback.
The quarterback.
He got away, you know, for a 50-yard run.
Literally, he tricked everybody.
And then Lucas Wright had, I think, like a 35-yard run as well. They kick a 31-yard field goal. It's 3-0 Desert Ridge over number 1 Mountain Point right now. Number 1 versus number 5 in front of about 15 people.
Hey, how come Perry's not number 1 anymore? You know, I'm absolutely shocked.
I'm having a good time out here, Chili, and I don't know why you're shocked. We got 2 defensive teams here playing absolutely fantastic.
What do you think is going to happen between Seton and Marcos?
Well, Nick, I want to flip it to you here, and I'm going to ask you a question. And obviously, a huge game this deep into the schedule. Hugh, how do you prepare for a game like that mentally?
I mean, I'm amped. Like, I'm so excited.
I like that, though, because he's talking about he's excited. He's excited for that. The lights come on, and that's all you care.
And we're away.
And you're away. Ooh, I like it.
What's your assessment of the game so far? Are you surprised that it's 3-0 Desert Ridge?
It's just been a kind of sloppy game so far, but it looks like 2 defensive teams right now.
Mountain Point hitting a 35-yard field goal of their own, tying this game up at 3 with about a little under 8 left. Who's the key to the drive?
I think Mountain Point did a really good job of chunking down the field, and that's what they do best here, Chili. It's a run-first offense, really 3 yards to 4 yards each carry. But Desert Ridge defense, another drive where they hold up.
Jag Violence.
Ooh, Jag Violence already created a turnover inside the 5-yard line. If they could get 2, 3, 4 turnovers, we might be seeing an upset here. Just like we might see a Jaguar upset.
I have 4 kids, and my house is 20 times louder than this stadium.
Oh, that's true. What can we expect for the rest of the second quarter before halftime? You think Mountain Point offense erupts at any point?
I think you're going to see more big runs.
So with a little bit under 5 minutes in the, left in the half, Desert Ridge, Jag Violence finds the end zone. This game's 10-3. It looks like Desert Ridge might come up with this upset. What do you think?
I don't know, man. Mountain Point's a good team. There's a 7-point lead right now. I think they're going to bounce back here soon. You never count them out, especially with a whole half left. But I mean, Desert Ridge looks good. That running game looks really good.
They're literally cutting this clock in half.
I mean, they're definitely running the clock. I mean, you got to keep the ball out of Mountain Point's hands. I mean, because they're just going to keep pounding the ball, and I think that's the strategy that Desert Ridge is taking right now. I mean, hopefully their defense can hold, and then, you know, try to punch the ball in as much as they can.
Who's surprising you right now?
Lucas Wright, Desert Ridge backfield. I mean, you've heard 22 all season long.
Tyrese Allen?
Yeah, Tyrese Allen. He's been getting a lot of the carries. It seems that, you know, the split quarterback between Schmidt and Purnell is kind of working too, giving them.
It usually doesn't work. The split quarterback usually doesn't work, not even at the high school level, not even down at the Pee-wees. Yeah. But, man, it is really working for Desert Ridge right now. I'm kind of surprised. Ten seconds left until halftime. What are your thoughts right now? I mean, we have to start thinking upset.
3 interceptions. Desert Ridge has shown they can't throw the ball, so they're going to have to...
And they're still up 7.
They're going to have to stop giving Mountain Point chances and put this game away by forcing the ball down Mountain Point's throat.
Yeah, we got about 9 seconds left. It looks like Mountain Point's lining up for a field goal. And you've been whispering sweet nothings all night about this Salgado kid. Tell me everything that we need to know about Salgado from Mountain Point.
Milano Salgado, 2-way player here for Mountain Point. Tremendous speed, and as I say, this little play-by-play, Ben Abercrombie, the junior kicker, with another field goal. Offensive powerhouse, this kicker right here, Ben Abercrombie, another make. 10-6 here as it looks like we're going to
Abercrombie and kicks.
Abercrombie, look at that, trademark that, Chili. Salgado, underdog here. People are going to say undersized, you know, not very fast, no vertical. Let me tell you what, extremely quick, both-way player, fly sweeps, screens, streaks on offense. He is everywhere in the receiving corps and on defense. Can lay the wood defensively on a hit and recover speed. Covers everything in the secondary for Mountain Point, and that's what you need to know about Delano Salgado.
Man, my boy Cody Cameron.
Look at that.
Man, you're a running back, and both of these are running teams, Desert Ridge and Mountain Point. What are some things that you think that Desert Ridge is doing well?
Desert Ridge just has all the energy there. You see them on the sideline, they're hyped up, they're into this game. I feel like they just have the momentum and they're really bringing it today.
Okay, now, obviously Mountain Point, they've only been able to score 2 field goals. You know, if you were playing for Mountain Point, what are some things that you would hope that coach would do differently?
I think you gotta find a way to run the ball, because they're stopping the run and it's stopping the pass. And when you can't run the ball, there's a lot of things you can't do well. But hopefully, Mountain Point just gets some energy going in the second half. And I think if they get some energy, they'll be good.
Do you think we're gonna be talking upset later tonight?
I think we will. I think Desert.
Oh wow, been like, you know, the journey. I mean, I know you got Vince Wallace, who kind of, you know, went through the whole thing with you, starting out, you know, JV to, you know, last year on varsity. Did you think he was gonna evolve into the quarterback that he is now?
I mean, yeah, you saw when we played freshman year, he was outstanding, and this year he's really put in work the offseason. He's thrown all the time. He's just been putting in a lot of work. So.
And what about Roman DeCaro?
I think Roman's probably one of the most impactful players. Like the things he does, like as a leader, and like he's really put our mindset right.
Peyton Roush, my favorite player is Don J. Logan.
Hi, I'm Carson Studdeth, and my favorite player is Tyrese Allen.
Hi, I'm Madeline Bray, and my favorite player is Foster Daly.
Last year I ran track and I started getting good. I started bringing my time down. I got into the state, and then I ran a really good time. Broke the school record sophomore year.
He sounds real braggy right now.
No. Just wait to the end of the story. So I get to the final. I'm running the final. There's like 7,000 people.
I know how this ends.
There's 7,000 people in the crowd. I'm running. I'm in like third, second. I'm just trying to see where the other guys is. I kind of take a peek. It's windy. No. Yep. And last hurdle, hit the hurdle, face plant.
Last hurdle.
Just imagine this whole stand's filled up with people.
All right, I got you.
Wait, what are you saying? Are you saying that it's not filled up? Do you think that we're gonna see an upset tonight?
No, you give Mountain Point a half to adjust. They kind of in the second quarter they kind of got away from the run game a little bit, and I think they'll start going back to that.
So did you see the tweet that Norris Vaughn sent to Ralph? I'm curious. What do you think Norris Vaughn was trying to say?
Maybe he just didn't like what Ralph tweeted or something. Maybe.
Less than 3 minutes into the second half, and Mountain Point gets in the end zone on a rushing touchdown, not surprising. What do you think?
This is great. This is what high school football is meant to be. They're like playing in a phone booth. They're going up and down. This is smash mouth. I love none of this 5 wide, throwing the ball there. This is playing high school football. Let's go. Smash them and let's go. None of that new school style. Old school, baby. Like the gray in my beard. You're all clean and soft.
Tonight's game between the Desert Ridge.
What's your analysis of the game?
I'll tell you, the Mountain Point Pride, they are a strong team. Of course, they do it pretty much all on the run. We saw Jakeem McKinney cap off a 63-yard drive. Yeah, the Pride are in motion right now, but Desert Ridge, a lot more physical than I think the Pride anticipated.
Also, a lot more vocal and active on their sidelines. so far. Now it's 20-10. Is Mountain Point about to start opening this up? And should we go back to that sideline?
Mountain Point definitely knows how to control a game. Obviously, we've seen a couple of long drives, pretty much all on the ground. Yeah, the Pride are a tough team, and as you mentioned earlier, that secondary, 4 interceptions tonight, that'll coach anybody's
it's a no-fly zone. It is a no-fly zone, literally. Finally caught up to Rob. I just chased you around the field like I was like Marshawn Gibson.
Trying to get my steps in. When somebody's inside the 10 and they can't score it, I mean, you're good guessing that they're going to get the touchdown. If they use their ground game, and that's what Desert Ridge needs to do.
Thanks.
Who's down? Is that Shamari? Or is it somebody for Ridge?
It's not Shamari.
I can't believe you have a whole freezer of Uncrustables.
Uncrustables are the best. Man, 328. Mountain Point down by 4. There aren't too many possessions left in the game right now, though.
And they've taken all the life out of them. They're obviously on fall break, so they don't have a lot of spark. This isn't the Mountain Point team we all come to know and love, but you know what? That's 328 with Norris Vaughn. A lot of talent over there. It's not over yet. We got football still.
Oh, you're saying Coach Vaughn has more tricks up his sleeve than what he tweeted to Ralph?
Yeah. he tweets Ralph, and he doesn't tweet me?
Touchdown, Jaguars. And Sexton returns for the touchdown and number 20, Luke Segura.
Our defense balled out, dude. Defense balled out.
I am smelling upset, obviously, because Mountain Point is down 11 with 43 seconds left.
Absolutely. I tell you, Desert Ridge came to play tonight. This was a team that overcame a lot of turnovers. Mountain Point is not lost at home in a very long time, but you know what? The Jaguars are about to do it. Lucas Wright, he was all that tonight.
So we're all here to witness this upset. This is a for real upset, not like
this is a for real upset.
So when you beat number 1, does that make you number 1 by default? When you're a top 5 team?
I think it's kind of like your thought on Perry. They gotta go out and they gotta. I think Chandler's still the number 1 team in 6A.
But they beat Mountain Point. They beat #1. They beat a legit #1, not a paper champion. I'm just saying.
I mean, their defense is for real. I mean, they were able to stop Mountain Point's run game. I mean,
you're not the best team on paper. You're not the best team in Madden, but you actually went out and beat the best team.
Yeah, they went out and beat Mountain Point tonight. They stopped the run game and they forced them to pass.
Greg said it best earlier. If you make Mountain Point one-dimensional, they're not a passing football team. They play defense and they run the football. And like you said, no one this season has been able to do that. Stop their run game.
My Predict Twin predicted that Mountain Point was going to win this game. What are your thoughts right now?
I'm predicting nothing correct this whole week. USA Soccer,
Game 3, 4, 5.
D-backs, Dodgers Game 3, nothing.
Talk to me about Jag violence. Talk to me about what that is, what that really means.
Well, I think, the thing about Desert Ridge, we don't always have the best players, but we definitely have the most violent players. And playing 6A football, if you don't have violence, you can't play. You don't exist. So our kids showed it tonight, playing against the #1 team in the state that we're pretty violent too.
When you beat #1, does that make you #1?
No, nothing makes us #1 until you hold the goal football.
Okay,
so
fair enough.
We're humble.
And what does this type of statement victory do for the program?
I think it's just another great win in the legacy of Desert Ridge when nobody has us picked, nobody talked about it, but we knew who we were. I mean, come on, we had 12 sophomores out there playing. So we're doing pretty well. Oh, we are way underdog.
Okay, fair enough. Are you still the underdog today?
I don't think so. I think if we clean up our turnovers, we might be all right.
They know.
They know. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Dave Segura, and I want to give a shout out to my coaches and my family for always supporting me and having trust in me and faith in me.
All right, you made probably the biggest play of the game. You took that pick 6 home. What does this win do for Desert Ridge football?
I mean, it just kind of puts us on the map and just lets everyone know that we can compete. And it just gives us faith in us, and then we know that we can make some good plays when it counts.
A lot of them are saying that it was fall break and they weren't into it. What's your take on how the momentum of this game worked out?
Well, just at practice, we just kept the intensity up. We just made plays. We were competing against each other, and it showed out here.
Mountain Point, they have all the athletes. They're known for being a state powerhouse. Desert Ridge, y'all came in here and y'all did your thing. What's the message that you want to send to the rest of the state?
We're just playing for the brothers that passed us. We're just making things happen, and we're ready to move on to the next game.
Hey, y'all heard it here first. Desert Ridge, they here to stay.
Andre Logan. I'd like to give a shout out to God, first and foremost, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and my parents, my family, my brothers on the team, and my coaches.